Hey Safemoon family, how's it going? Spartan Investor here with another video, and you already know it's just for you. I honestly hope you guys have been having an amazing week so far. This video is going to be super exciting, very interesting, so I'm definitely looking forward to your input. Leave that in the comment section. Let me know whether or not you think Safemoon can hit and surpass Binance's all-time high of $644. For me, I like seeing the numbers, so I'm going to reserve my comments till the very end. Alright? But for the most part, thank you guys for tuning in. Definitely hit that subscribe button. For sure, like this video. Get the YouTube algorithm to grab this video and throw it all over the place. I love saying that because that's how YouTube works and that's how you support me. All right, definitely again, thank you so much for your support. Let's jump into this. So, big question. Can Safemoon surpass Binance's all-time high of $644? Give you a moment to think through that. Okay, cool. Let's go. Before we go forward, there's a few things that we have to take into consideration. First, we're going to compare quickly Binance's stats versus SafeMoon stats in terms of current market cap, in terms of circulating supply. Also, we're going to take into consideration what is John Caroni's plan for SafeMoon as well, right? So with those two things, we can get a clear vision of whether or not SafeMoon will hit and surpass Binance's all-time high, or even when SafeMoon will surpass Binance's all-time high. All right, so we got to compare both Binance and Safemoon. We'll look at both their market caps and their circulating supply. Those are the two deets that we'll be using in this video anyway and for these calculations. So that's what we'll be focusing on. Yes, I know Safemoon is a deflationary token. Yes, there is constant burn and we're going to burn our supply down, but there's certain things that we need to take into consideration even when considering that. So let's jump into that. So right now, Binance's market cap is about $62 billion. Their circulating supply is 165 million tokens, and I'm just rounding down. For SafeMoon, not clear what the details are because of the V2 transition, so there's a bunch of things still unclear, but I can say based on V1 that we're about 560 billion tokens in circulation for total circulation, or for total circulating supply. And in terms of market cap, I think we're sitting at about $2 billion. Just from the get-go, there's a big difference in terms of Binance versus SafeMoon, right? 165 million for total circulating supply, 560 billion for total circulating supply. That's big. That's a big gap, right? As well as for the market cap, you have a 62 billion market cap, and then you have a 2 billion market cap. Again, SafeMoon is super young. We know that SafeMoon is the evolution, the revolution that will really and truly pretty much cause the DeFi space to reassess themselves. And I'm not even, yes, I'm a SafeMoon enthusiast, but for the most part, I do believe in this project. Again, before I even go any further, I get carried away, nothing in this video is financial advice. It is my own opinion and my own speculation. So definitely do your own thorough research before investing into anything. It is your hard-earned money. I gotta put that out there. All right, so let's do some quick calculations right here. All right, so Binance's all-time high was $644. Now we're going to use their circulating supply to find out what kind of market cap they would need right now in order to hit that all-time high again. So in order to find the market cap for $644 price point, we'd have to multiply that price point by the total circulating supply of Binance. So it'd be 165 million tokens. I know I'm rounding down, times $644, right? So you're looking at $106 billion for a market cap in order to hit that 644 all-time high again, right? We're going to do the same thing for SafeMoon. And I'm chuckling because I know that the number will be ridiculous. But for Spartan, I like doing these ridiculous calculations so that when we speculate, we can have a basis for a speculation, right? So let's look at that. All right, so let's find what market cap SafeMoon would need to hit $644 in its current state with its current circulating supply. Yes, it will be a ridiculous number. Let's do it. So 644 times 560 billion tokens. Anyone can read that number? So that is $360.5 trillion. That's the market cap that SafeMoon would need right now in its current state to hit a price point of 644. Let that sink in. There's nothing you can compare that to, right? Probably the world's GDP. I'm just kidding, right? I don't know anything that's worth $360 trillion. Anyways, let's move on. So clearly, this is not feasible. This is not a real possibility. So what needs to happen? SafeMoon needs to burn the life out of its token. Think through this, right? So Remember, we did a little calculation with Binance, and in order for Binance to hit $644 right now, it would need a market cap of $106 billion. Right now, Safemoon, in terms of our total circulating supply, is far crazier than Binance. So, right, we'd have to do a lot of burning in order to get our supply really low in order for us to see certain numbers. All right, so even if we dropped our supply, let's do it. Even if we dropped our supply to 250 billion tokens times 644 is equal to $161 trillion for a market cap. So that's still not feasible, right? I mean, Bitcoin just dropped, barely made it over $1 trillion the other day. Probably 1.3 trillion, I think, is the highest it went. Right? Don't quote me on that. But Bitcoin, the mother of crypto, or the father of crypto, or the king of crypto, barely made it over a trillion for a market cap. Right? So man, it's these numbers are ridiculous. Again, I don't know anything to compare this type of finances to, so I'm not even gonna try. So let's drop it even lower. Let's half that 250. Let's go to 125 billion tokens times 644. Still need a market cap of $80.5 trillion. Not even gonna work, right? So what needs to happen? We need to drop our supply so low in order to get to that price point of 644. All right, so let's drop our total supply to 65 billion tokens, right? And I'm saying this with a grain of salt because I know there are a lot of logistics even in that statement. We don't know how far down we're going to burn our supply, right? And this is where I could just insert this little piece of info here. So Safemoon, John Caroni, our CEO, is very big on freedom for the unbanked, right? We've already integrated into Gambia or already targeted Gambia for integration as a developing country. We're very big on freedom of the unbanked, right? Now, what that really looks like, I guess more information will come out as more is explored and relayed and revealed via Operation Phoenix, right? But for the most part, I believe that JK is has in the works to allow the Gambians and other developing countries that they're going to integrate in to be able to purchase SafeMoon at a reasonable price. Right now, SafeMoon price is 0.001675. So I mean, less than a cent. So that's still amazing. Still amazing. So developing countries can get in and be a part of the action early as well and at an affordable rate, right? So I don't know how deep and how far we're gonna go with our burn, right? I think the plan also is to have enough supply so that we can do all the crazy things that we're doing, right? So I don't know how far we're going to go. So take that statement with a grain of salt, right? So let's go. So let's say 65 billion for total circulating supply. So 65 billion times your 644 price point. We're still looking at over $40 trillion. So call it $42 trillion. Nope, not gonna happen. So what do we need to go? Let's go to man. Let's drop it really low. Let's go to a supply of again. Take this with a grain of salt. Take this with a huge grain of salt. Let's go to a supply of 10 billion tokens for circulating supply. So 10 billion times 644 is equal still over 6 trillion, $6.5 trillion. It's not going to work. It's not that it's not going to work. It's just that based on historic events, especially with Bitcoin and other crypto, even with the entire crypto space combined, it's still not $6 trillion. So we got to think through what we're doing. So we did 10 billion tokens as a total circulating supply. So if we're thinking logically and following Binance's example, we'd have to get our supply down to probably 100 million tokens. Let's do that. Say the supply was 100 million tokens times 644. This is doable, right? So 64.5 billion dollars for a market cap. This is doable. If we went 200 million tokens times 644, we're looking at 129 billion dollars for a market cap. That again is very doable, right? So we just have to think about how far, take into consideration how far down we're going to burn our token supply down to, right? And also consider all the things and exploits that SafeMoon has going on, right? We know about our SafeMoon rewards. We know about minting the NFTs to wind turbines so that you can get each owner of those NFTs connected to the turbines can get reflections. We know about staking SafeMoon. There's so many things going on. There's so many things going on. So we have to think about what SafeMoon is planning to do with its supply. Yes, burning and the deflationary aspect of SafeMoon is very important, but right now, for me, I can say, and I will surmise that we won't see a 644. We won't hit Binance's all-time high anytime soon. I'm thinking probably plus 10 years before we see that. Right, and I'm honestly, I'm being generous, right? I mean, the dollar price point. Oh, yeah, we're gonna see that. We're gonna see that soon, right? I'm thinking we might not see it this side of the year. I know I've made videos about it coming in 2022, but again, those were all contingent on how SafeMoon rolls out its products, right? Or the exchange listings, and just the different things that we're planning to do, right? Or blockchain and stuff like. For the most part, man, I do not see SafeMoon hitting 644 anytime soon. Sorry if I'm stepping on your toes, but it has to be said, the numbers do not lie. It totally depends on how crazy we're gonna go on burn, as well as how low we're gonna burn down our supply. But for the most part, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Definitely hit that like button. I know it's probably hard to swallow, but it is the truth. It is what it is. It is what it is, right? We can speculate all we want, but at the end of the day, if the numbers say this is what it is, that is what it is. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you guys liked this video. Again, it was a quick one, quick calculations, just to show that, hey, we got to make sure that our speculations make sense when we speculate. So good to take these numbers into consideration. Again, this is my own opinion, my own speculations. Leave your comments down below. Definitely like this video just to get this YouTube algorithm to throw it all over the place. Okay, thank you so much for tuning in. This is Spartan Investor saying to you guys, no retreat, no surrender, straight to the moon. Let's go. So Safemoon will still moon. Don't get me wrong. We will still moon. It's just that certain numbers, certain figures, certain comparisons, especially to Binance and other cryptos out there, in terms of price points, we gotta be cognitive of our speculations, is what I'm trying to say. Anyways, guys, take care and have a great day. See you on the next one. All right.